Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. Today I've just started and then I just thought, oh, I'll put the video on so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm doing some ATCs, artist trading cards, for Indigoblu swap, and this month it is New Beginnings Inspiring Quotes. So I've taken 3 pieces of just pattern paper that they've had in one of their past kits, just to give me a base, and I've just used the stencil to just go over the top of this one and to add some flowery bits on there. And then I thought I would just go round the outside to just give it a little bit of colour all the way around. Now this is quite shiny paper, so it might take a little while to dry, but that's fine. Once I've finished it, I will leave it so it completely dries. So that's the base of the first one. Now I think I might use, let me have a look and see. I don't even know if I've got a little flower on here. Have I? Yes, I have. These are ones that I've had for a little while. Now I thought that I might do on this one just some little tiny flowers. So I want to have a little bit of white. That will do in there, and I'm just going to pop them on a, will they fit on that little block? Probably, maybe just, not really. Let's take it up onto this one, which is bigger. And I'm going to do those in the same colour because I just want to add a little bit of detail without doing any more colouring. So I'm just literally going to do a few of those like that. And then I can, let me just grab my cloth to give it a bit of a clean. There we go. And that's going to be all I'm going to do on that one, I think, with some words. So I've got some, again, something that I need to use because it's inspiring quotes. And that can be so many different things, can't it? What inspires us? Don't really know. Lots of things inspire me, I think. But this, I think, is going to be quite nice. Just sort of cut out like this. I'm not overly thinking it. I'm just literally sort of cutting it round. Now, I could colour it in a bit more, but I don't think I am. I think I, excuse me, I just want to do this just sort of shape, I think. And I'll probably end up just doing 3, maybe. Don't know whether I'll have any more than 3. Let's just take this round here. Okay, so that can be 1. That's going to work quite well. I quite like, even though the background is sort of fairly almost like autumnal type colours, if you just add something else in, you can get it so that it comes a bit brighter. So, and that's what I'm trying to do with this. So I'm just cutting out 3 of them. And I think as I'm doing it, I'm thinking, well, I might just add some yellow or something on the top of this so that I just get a little bit of extra colour coming through. So let's put this one in. That's 2. I like doing things in 3s. I know I've stamped 4, but I always do an extra one just in case, because sometimes you go like, oh, actually I'd really like another one here, or change it round a little bit. But this, I think, will work perfectly. So I'm just turning this round, and I can just move it round like this. Okay, so that's the 3 of those. And I think I'm going to put these up here like this. So 1, 2, 3. And what I want to do though is I want some yellow in on here. So what have I got that I can use which is yellow? I want a little bit of water, and then I need to, I'm just going through in my, I've sorted out my little drawers and things over Christmas, and I've put, and I think my Luscious are in this end drawer. Are they in the end drawer or are they in the middle drawer? They're in the middle drawer. Okay, so I'm going to take this middle drawer out. I just made a little cabinet thing, and I've got my Luscious in here, and I've got a nice yellow. Where is it? It's called, I think it's called Sherbet. So there's me dropping it on the floor. Good job I put the lids on properly. So this is, I think it's Sherbet, lemon sherbet. Okay, so I'm just going to just take a little tiny bit of this, put it onto this block. You can see how sparkly it is, which I really quite like. And then I'm just going to add a drop of water to it, and then I can have this as a spring sort of flower, and I think it will. I'm just going to try and drop some, let's put it in here so you can see it. I'm just dropping some water in on here like that, and then I can just mix it in, and you can see how it becomes really rather nice and goldy. So what I need to do is, let's take those off of there. I'm just going to add a little bit in on the center of each one, so it's just got a little sparkly bit in on the center like that. And I think that's all I'm going to do with it. I don't think I know I've got rather a lot of it. I might leave that to see if I need it for another one, but I think that that's all I want to do. I just want that little centerpiece to come in with that sort of sherbety look to it, which I think will be lovely. So let me just clean this off. Now, if I wasn't doing the video, I would use some up with something else, but I don't think I am at the moment, so I'm literally just going to clean that brush off a bit. There's still a little bit on there, but that's fine. I'm going to put that over there for a minute, just in case I go like, I might use that. Put that back on there. So that was the Luscious by Indigoblu, the lemon sherbet. And as I say, they are so sparkly. They're really rather beautiful. So that's going to go in on here. And I'm just going to glue them because it's going to be posted. So I don't want too much bulk. And I'm just going to put these, I'm not adding too much so that I can put some in underneath each other. So that's one. And I'm going to tuck one in underneath like this. Then I'm going to cut the third one in like that. Okay, so now they're all in, I can now press them down, and I'm not going to press too hard because what I don't want is for this, which probably hasn't quite dried yet, to dry too much. Now, wording on this one, I have got again, this came from one of Indigoblu's kits, because when I'm doing these I like to use all Indigoblu things. So these were some lovely stickers that came in. So inspiring quotes. Why don't we have bloom, create, inspire would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Or just inspire. Maybe you've got this. Don't know. I don't want to have too much. I tell you what I'm going to do, just to add it up a bit while I'm doing this, I've just thought, is I'm going to take some of this with the yellow part and I'm going to do inside here. So I'm just going to do quite gently inside there, so that that gives me a little bit more sparkle on here. underneath here. A little bit under there, like that. And I think that that will then give that little bit, this might be a little bit more on there. Perfect. Okay, I will clean that off later. That's going to be fine. Now, when I do my words on here, which I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to have inspire, I think. Yes. So I'm going to take this one off like this, and I'm just going to put this in across on here like that as inspire. Okay, so that's going to go to one side. The next one I want to use, this again is one of their dies, which I think is quite nice, and I'm just going to literally put that in straight over the top, and I'm going to have a sentiment, I think, running through on this one. So all I need to do is to take some little bit of glue first. Whoops. And this is why I quite like using the wet glue, is because you can run it through like a little pen, and it does work quite well. Some of this is going to be cutting off on the edges, but that's fine. I'm literally just going to put this across, and then I'm going to put this one in over the top like that, so I can have it through. And then we just need to cut off any little bits that are proud. So that's proud, that can go off. Whoops. And this bit on here is proud, like that. So that's given that in like that, so it's got a bit of a brown in on there. Now what I can do with this is to just add, want a little bit of something over the top of here. Now I've got some gilding that's probably dried out a bit now, but I might be able to just reconstitute it. This is their Luscious powder with some gilding gum, and the gilding gum is pretty good because you can reconstitute it. And what I want to do is to just add it over the top. If I can get the lid off, I think it's that way, it might be the other way. Had it on for quite a while, I can't remember which way this box opens. That way, I think. Oh, it must be this way, look. There we go. Right, so this looks very, very dry, but if I just add a little bit of the gilding gum, I've just got to find it in the drawer. As I said to you, I've tidied up my drawers so I can find everything really easily. So with this, you just have to add, what colour are you going to do it? I quite like that sort of bluey colour. I'm going to do it with this one. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this in. Come on. So I've got a little bit of that in there, and I'm going to add, if it doesn't decide it's going to mix up enough, I'm going to add, now this one is the fuchsia blue. Really love this one. It's absolutely gorgeous colour. So I'm using my pen to just do it. So I can just add a little bit more in here. Need to do just quite a little bit. And it's really nice because it's got a like an iridescent sort of double coloured hue. It's difficult to explain it, but you'll probably, well, hopefully you'll see it when I actually work for. I'm just cleaning these scissors off because I should have used a little spatula, but I decided to use these scissors, so I'm just going to make sure I clean them off nicely. Now I need to use just a little tiny thing to stir it. What have I got to stir it? I'm going to use the bottom of a paintbrush. Oh, that's a bit of a big paintbrush. I want a little paintbrush. That'll do. Right, so I'm just going to give that a bit of a mix up. I've got the other one underneath, which will probably come through, but you can see, if you just mix it up, you then just get a little bit more sort of colouring on there. So that's quite good. And then all I need to do is, I might actually do it with my finger. Quite a fingery person, as you know, rather than using a brush. What I want to do is, I just want to, I'm going to take this off from here, is to just take this over the top of here and just give it a bit of a rub. So I could just take it over here. So I've taken the colour off of this, and then this is just going to be, you can see the colour of it is beautiful. Just a tiny little bit. Like that. Bring that in that way. There we go. And that, hopefully you can see as I move it. Yes, you can. Look at the iridescence of this is absolutely beautiful. I love it. Okay, so that's that. I can just literally put the lid back on here, and then it means I can use it again, which is one of the great things. I love products that you can use again and again. I'm just going to literally just wipe this off. But when this dries, it will dry almost like a varnish. So it's when they say it's a gilding gum, it does give a really sort of a hard look to it, which I think is really nice. Okay, now I'm going to put another word or something on top of this one, and then this one I wanted to have, this is going to be a little bit different, I wanted to have this coming through like that. So I'm going to just, you know how you did the quirky one, which was really rather popular. A lot of you really liked that, so I was quite pleased with that. So this I'm just going to stick, make sure I've got it round the edges like this, because I don't want it to come off. So this I'm just, come on, a little bit of glue on here, thank you. I'm just making sure that I put it, it's going to come off at a bit of an angle like this. Okay, so we'll put this on like that. Again, I just need to cut this off. So and as I say, I really like doing these ATCs. They're great fun to do, and you can do different ones all the time, which just make them look a little bit now I'm going to put the flower in on. I think I might have flower just coming. No, I'm not going to have that at all. I'm just going to keep that like that. I want to do some colouring on here, so 2 seconds while I get my alcohol markers out, and I want a blue for, let me get my, I'm going to have a 67 for the eye, 68 might do. So I just want to do the eyes in blue like that. Then I want for her lips are going to be maybe a 16 or a 13. 16 will be fine. Just a little bit of red on the lips. Like that. And then we need 28 and 131. So 131 is the pale facial look. I'm actually going to do it with the other side, so it'll be a bit quicker. So literally all I'm doing is colouring through, leaving the whites of the eyes. And bring that down like this over where her lips are. So that then gives her face like that. And then we've got this just for the cheeks. So again, I'm going to do it on the, no, I'm going to do the thinner one this time, because I just want that to come down in like this. And then just bring that in that way. Down in underneath there. Okay, so that gives the facial features that I wanted on here. Then I want to do the it's going to have stenciling up on the top here, so I'm going to use the same stencil as I did before, but this time I'm going to do it in I don't want to do it in the pink, I want to do it in we just put this up on, whoops, sorry about that, pen just fell out of my pot. Let's put that up in on here. There we go. I need to put that up there as well. I'll tidy that up and put it right in its place. I just don't want it in the space. So that's going to come like that, and then don't think I want a flower. I think I want some more of this stencil, because I quite like this stencil, and then that's going to come over the top in, I've got a couple of flowers that can come, and I'm going to do it in, do I do it in the pink or do I do it in, I think I'm going to do it more in a brown. So this is like baked brown sugar on there, so I'm going to do that with a brown. So let's just take this out, that'll do. Okay, so I can then just put this in this way, and a little bit more of this stencil to come in on here, because I kind of just like that. So I'm going to take this so that it comes in a little bit darker. Like that. Take that off, that's good. That's given that just that little look to it, which is what I wanted. Because I say there's a mixture of sort of classical, a little bit of modern, and that's what I quite like about doing different things, where you've got different ideas and things coming up. Now, I could put, got this flower, haven't I? Do I put this little flower in on the centre just as it is? That might work quite well, just a little bit of black and white on there. Yes, I am. So just put this in on here. Need to have quite a reasonable amount of glue, because I want it to go completely flat over the top of this. Let's take it out that way. Then I can just take it going flat. Okay, so now we need, I've got Inspire on here. I've got, what are we going to have on here? You've Got This has got to be on this lovely lady. So let's take that. Do I do it in, I've got it in black. I'm going to have that in black on this one, I think. So let's take this, or maybe Beautiful You. Beautiful You would be quite nice for this, wouldn't it? Okay, so we're going to have Beautiful You across here, like that. So that's that one. And then on this one we can have Happiness Blooms from Within. It's quite nice, isn't it? I might do that in the black as well. But I'm going to have that in. We want to take that in two. So Happiness Blooms. Like that. So we'll have Happiness Blooms. Like that. And that on here From Within. That's quite nice, just black and white, because that gives that colour on there. Beautiful You, Inspire on there, which is nice. Now, the last bit that I'm going to do with these is, I just want some splatters. You know me and my splatters. I love the splatters. So I've just got to grab some. Give me 2 seconds to just grab some. Here we go. I'm going to use these ones because I know that I haven't used this black one very much, so it means that that's going to come out quite nicely. Okay, so I'm going to put this. This has got a black on it because I want some black splatters on this one. So I'm going to take that off there for a minute. Now, you know I always just use something hard and flat, so you can see how the splatters come in on here. Which is quite nice, I like that. And I could do some of this bright pink on here as well. I quite like that. And then this can come in. Okay, so that's that one done on there. I'm just going to have a little bit of the pink just in on the centre of here. Don't think I want pink on her. I want, so this one I want the purple in on this one, because then that will pick up some little purple pieces. And on her I want the red to go with her red lipstick. So purple on this one, just in on the centre, maybe a little bit on the edges. Okay, that's that one. And then on this one we're going to have a little bit of red, and then that will hopefully better, like that, because it just picks up where her lipstick is and just gives that a little bit of an extra colour on there. So if I just bring them, it'll take a second for those to dry, but you can see on there we've got 3 different looks that are all very different, but they will give the new beginnings and inspiring quotes. So, you know, yes, I think it sort of works. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.